YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to the Super Bias Sports Show, a place where a fan can be a fan no matter how biased their take is. I'm one half of the show, B Rob, here with my guy, Ramon. Let him know what's up, Ramon.
Yo, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing? Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, follow YouTube, Twitter, any social media, Facebook, any social media platform. Just go ahead, like, follow, and share because we will have some stuff that will be coming down the pipeline, and we want you guys to get that information fast. And please click that notification bell.
Yep. And guys, make sure you guys also follow us on your major podcast apps so that way you guys can catch when we do the podcast shows for the podcast that aren't the short videos that we put on YouTube. So today, man, we got a nice one coming for them. Week one of free agency has been wrapped up. We're technically starting a new week, on this Sunday today. But we wanted to wrap up the NFC East, that division, weeks one acquisitions, and we actually gonna start it off with me, starting off with the Dallas Cowboys, as you guys can see on the screen. Dallas. Now we're only gonna be talking about the acquisitions, so that way people can have an idea of what they're gonna look forward to for their team coming up next season. And this is week one on our way as we're going to the draft. Now, as you guys can see, Dallas Cowboys, they re-signed Michael Gallup to a 5-year contract. So him pairing up with the CeeDee Lamb, this is your 1-2 punch if you're a Dallas fan as far as a wide receiver goes. And then they added James Washington, a former Pittsburgh Steeler, which is actually a very good pickup. I like James Washington. I watched him over the few years. They hit Dalton Schultz with the franchise tag. Everyone could have seen that coming because he was very productive on that team. And then you have DeMarcus Lawrence. They had to retain some type of DN pressure on that team. And then also Dante Fowler, Leighton Vander Esch are going to be your linebackers going forward with your safeties, Malik. And then as far as your long snapper, if that's someone that you're looking into, you have your guy Jake there. And a lot of these guys, other than Dalton Schultz and Leighton Vander Esch, these are some guys that you're going to see multiple years. Now, as far as it goes for their draft needs, they still need offensive line. They still need some D linemen, and they do need linebackers, although they did re-sign some D linemen and some linebackers. They want to switch Michael Parsons around, so they do need more help on the line. As far as that goes. So we're gonna move on to the next team, so that way you guys can keep up to date with this with this division. And on the next slide, we have boy
Super Bowl Giants. Hopefully we do get there. But anyway, we signed Tyrod Taylor, 2-year, $11 million deal. I think that was a good pickup because, Danny Dimes, he might get hurt. Yep. And Tyrod, we've seen what he did with Buffalo. He could take them close to the playoffs.
Yep.
He could win some games. That's a big, big signing. We signed the tight end, Ricky Seals-Jones. He's more of the run blocking type for us.
Yeah. He like
that's an extra lineman pretty much. And then we signed 2 key free agents, 2 offensive linemen. We had to John Feliciano, Mark Goldsby. We needed to do that. One, we already know how the Giants line is. There is none. And then obviously in the draft, we're going to be looking for guard, center, edge rush, and linebackers.
Yep.
I think we might pick up a quarterback here and there. But on to the next one.
Yep. And shoring up that line is a must because Saquon should not be getting touched 3 yards in the backfield before you hit the line of scrimmage. So next, we got Washington. Go ahead and hit them up with Washington. Let us know
now,
what
Washington. They got the recyclable Carson Wentz back into the whatever it is now. I guess he's their quarterback. Even though the other dude was doing, Tyler Heineke was doing pretty good.
Yep, Tyler Heineke.
He was doing good. I don't know why McInnes even signed back when he could have went with a contender.
Come on,
That
Josh
baffled
Allen,
me.
bruh. You don't
That
pass for Josh Allen.
bruh. And then we got the wide. They picked up wide receiver Cam Sims, a guard Andre Norwell, a center Tyler Layson, and then a DB McKinnon. Bobby. Those were some pretty good pickups, you know, and they need a wide receiver, linebacker, and safety. I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna look for in the draft. But they did pretty decent, I'll say. But the recyclable Carson Wentz, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I think signing back Bobby McCain is a very good thing because they needed some depth last year at cornerback when a lot of their players started to go down. And honestly, I think they might make a play for Honey Badger to fill the safety need. And you got to draft another wide receiver. Nowadays, you have to have weapons in the NFL, man. You got to have weapons.
That's a fact.
So next on the list, we do have the Philadelphia Eagles. This is actually my pop's favorite team. So if you're checking this out, I know he's gonna be excited about this one. They retained Boston Scott, which actually was having a very good year, second half of the year when they switched the offense more to a run style. They did sign a wide receiver, Greg Ward. They're bringing back Jason Kelsey for another year. I thought he was going to retire. They're bringing back Fletcher Cox. They actually cut him and then brought him back. I thought he was going to retire as well. Now they are bringing Hassan Reddick, linebacker, but 9 out of 10 he's going to play that edge spot. Although he is an outside linebacker, he's most likely going to play the edge. Someone that is going to rush the quarterback. He did rack up a good amount of sacks last year. They signed Anthony Harris to a 1-year deal. So I wouldn't be surprised if they draft a safety this year or just move, just be a bridge safety. And then they signed a DB, Andre. I'm not going to butcher his last name, to a 1-year contract. Exactly. Now, as far as their needs, I feel like every team needs edge. Even though they have Hassan Reddick, he does play outside linebacker. He's going to be primarily the edge rusher. You can always never go wrong with having someone to complement or at least back up the edge rusher so that way they're not tired. Linebackers, I think they're going to address the linebacker in the draft. If Nakobe Dean is there by the time they pick, he's going to be one of their 3 picks. And then they need defensive backs. In the league where offense is a thing, you need DBs. As far as the team goes. So as far as it goes, this wraps up week 1 of free agency for the NFC East. If you guys want to see the other divisions, let us know down in the comment section. You got any final thoughts?
Final thoughts, man. The NFC East Super Bowl champion is probably coming out of there.
Wow. And we're going to end on that one. You guys make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're going to catch you on the next one.
Deuces.